What's going on, everybody over at YouTube? So, as you probably tell by the title, it's just a health update video. So, if you're not really interested in my story on that, go ahead and skip this video. If you don't mind, hit a like though. If you don't mind just helping out, supporting the channel. Everything counts with that algorithm and trying to make some money from this channel to be able to do more projects. But I am extremely grateful to be here talking to you guys, whoever's watching this. Sorry, I'm in work clothes. I'm technically on call. I had a load of good news coming out of this. Some of you may know, follow my Instagram, my Facebook, might already know. I actually just took my whole week off and pretty much just relaxed. I did some small updates on stuff, but I didn't really do much at all. I just relaxed. And today is my first day back to work. It's Saturday. For you guys that know, I do full-time maintenance, and on the weekends I'm on call all weekend long till 8 a.m. Monday morning. So sucks coming back on the weekend because that's my busiest time. But I am feeling tremendously better. Other than right before I went into surgery, I did have a little cold, something going on. It doesn't feel like cold and doesn't feel like allergies. What really feels like it's weird is for about a year and a half after having that COVID really bad, if you guys followed me, that screwed me up for 35 days, when I think that's what hurt my heart worse, to be honest with you. I was so screwed up that it caused so much mucus and congestion in my head that for almost 2 weeks at the time of that, I couldn't see out of my eyes. My eyes were so crusted over, and mucus was pouring out of my eyes. It looked like I had terrible pink eye, but it didn't. It was a sign of whatever, symptom of whatever it was. So for that about year and a half, I felt like my head, like I was on a roller coaster or a ship all the time. I mean, it hurt. It hurt. I'd turn my head fast, it would feel like there was a big water bucket in my head, and it just wouldn't go away. And none of the doctors would believe me or do anything about it. They're like, "Oh, there's nothing we can do about it." And I swear it was way up in my sinuses and just painful. Some days even after everything, I'd still look puffy there. But I think all that's coming out because I have been, gross as it sounds, blowing snot out for a week and a half now. It just keeps coming out like crazy, but I don't feel any real bad symptoms. At least I don't think I do, probably because I feel better than I have in 2 years. So maybe I do, but to me it feels great right now. It does have me a little winded, and sometimes I take a breath, I do feel like I can feel it in there, so maybe it is something. I'm just doing my best to fight it off and, take care of it. But guys, I feel way better. I feel like my thought process is better. I feel like it's just, and I don't even feel 100% yet. This is just the first week. It's going to take a little while, and because of my muscle, the genetic muscle issue, the reason why they had me, normally if someone had a stint put in, they could go back to work and doing most stuff within a couple of days. They wanted me to take a whole week off, just make sure and everything, and plus being a prior, patient with the bypass. So right now, I am feeling tremendously better, and I haven't even started my cardio rehab program. I'm going to actually be starting at Monday. My goal is to lose 35 pounds. I'm a little bit overweight right now, not terrible, but I do got to lose some weight. And that is my goal. I want to get down back to 205, lean and ripped the way I used to be, and feeling good. And I hope I can achieve it. I don't want to bulk up and lift really heavy anymore, especially after knowing what they did to my heart and stuff, but I do want to still lift a little and feel good. So that is my goal. Guys, I'm going to show some pictures right up here of what happened. Was literally one of the valves collapsed, and they think it collapsed either within the first year or sometime in the second year. Obviously, it's only been slightly over 2 years. So, but the thing that's crazy is that it's very rare but possible that your heart can grow its own like bypass artery slash valves, veins and stuff to get around the collapsed artery to help you. And that usually takes, even in a program where they try to train your heart to do it, for certain heart patients, it takes years and years and years and years, mostly, and it's still only a rare percent can do it, from what I understand. Now, I'm no doctor, I don't have a degree in this, so before some of you guys that maybe do hound me or something, you can look up and do a little bit more research yourself. But in all the research I did, and from my doctor's mouth, my heart has saved me at the same time, but it almost killing me at the same time, because my heart has grown its own arteries, or not arteries, but bypass arteries, valves, so fast, like at a large amount. Like there was a good amount that kept me alive. I would have had a heart attack. I've never, and I hope, knock on wood, I never experienced a heart attack. I have not. I've had symptoms. They have signs of symptoms, scarring and things they've seen where they said mild ones and stuff they believe I had. But to me, I never had anything like that I thought was crippling where I couldn't move. I mean, I didn't feel good, and there was pain in my left side, and I couldn't lift my arm sometimes, and shit like that happened. But I never was like, oh, I'm stuck on the ground, I couldn't move. Thank goodness, knock on wood again. But he said it was in the 1 percentile of people that grow that fast and the way that I do, which is insane. And I did some research on it, and it seems to be what it is. And if so, we joke, my family call my heart the Wolverine heart, kind of like if you ever follow X-Men or ever watch how Wolverine regenerates and stuff, keeps himself alive at a fast pace. We always joked. I told my doctor that. My doctor's a very straightforward guy, and it was really awesome and funny to see him actually crack a smile and laugh, and he knew what I meant. So that was kind of cool. And then he gave me the best news ever, because I still thought with this, when I came out of it, I got the stent in, and the stent was the biggest stent they could put in. So, there's no going any further than this other than possibly a second surgery. But he gave me the best news, and he said that valve was almost 100% collapsed. He said barely anything's coming out of it. And sorry, I had a call pop up. And he said barely anything's coming out of that. And when he told me this next part, he looked me dead in the eyes, and I told him, I said, hey, the other doctor who was his assistant said, realistically, life in my 40s could be not looking so good. Of course, they never know 100%, but with everything that's been shown, they're pretty good and know what they're doing, as far as that goes. And of course, doctors can be wrong. But it really made me think, because in less than a month from you seeing this video, in fact, a couple of weeks, I'm going to be almost 30, I'll be 37 years old. And it scared the life out of me, man. Like, it really did. Like, my whole life was like changing, and plans, and everyone, with my family, with my father, with my direct family, my kids and my wife. And then he told me this. He said that all the other valves looked great, and even when I went through COVID, I kind of went off my diet because I couldn't taste it, just anything, get my metallic taste out of my mouth. And then, of course, you guys all know inflation, everything, groceries, everything's been expensive, so I haven't been able to eat as good as I want, just because of funding, and having, 4 mouths to feed. So I kind of went off, and he said there was, and I really still tried to be cautious while going off, he said there was no new plaque buildup, and everything looked good otherwise. He said this was because of a collapsed artery, and that made me feel so good. And then what he said was, he goes, I foresee as long, he said, your muscle issue is still something of concern, because it does cause the muscles around my heart and different things to weaken, and it has a problem with that. But with getting more oxygen to it, he's hoping that it will get better. He said that I foresee you having decades to live, like decades. He's like, you would be as long as the muscles doesn't cause any crazy issue and this doesn't fail, he's like, I see decades. So it made me feel so good, like, you know. And it is crazy because most of the factors right now, I have a lot of muscle pain right here and around the heart and then around the back, and it just happens, and it's something we're trying to work with and figure out and recover. And I'm hoping with more oxygen, everything will start getting better and recovering better. So I'm just, all in all, I'm happy to be here with you guys. I'm not going to go on much longer. I'll put some pictures up, you know, showing everything and the hardware in my chest. Crazy. I never had this clean of pictures of what's going on in my chest with the titanium plates and the wires that are still left. But I'm hoping more content, guys. Get the CRV lift to get that. The Prelude is at Randy's, getting the body work done. Gonna be doing the Euro RH22 swapping that, and really want to finish those two projects, and don't know what I'll do in the future here, but I want to get moving on those ones. So with that being said, I'm gonna put some pictures up of things I have for sale right over here. If you want, hit me up on my Instagram, Facebook. I want to get this stuff moving, guys. I got to take a certain price for it, but I'm willing to work with people. And remember, shipping is pretty expensive on these bigger parts. But I got the CRV Nerf bar kit, that I'm selling that. My other coilovers that are in great shape. They had a little bit of overspray, but they're pretty much new. The TN Street Flex Z's, I believe. They're like $700, $800 brand new. They come with no top hat because you use your stock top hat. But guys, those things ride like Cadillac. I'd honestly rather have them back on my Prelude if I didn't have everything set up for more of the street race handling for the Fortunatos that I put on. Fortunatos are great, don't get me wrong. Amazing coil. They're just a little bit rougher, even on the softest setting. So I got those and a bunch of other little parts I'll put up. Hit me up. All of my lowered stuff, hopefully in the next month, is all going to be offered for sale, and it's all pretty much, it's got a couple years on it, but I didn't drive it that much. So realistically, it's probably got less than 5,000 miles, if that, on all my lowered stuff and be putting up for sale. Because this thing's gonna be going back up in the air. So yeah, everything lip, True Heart all the way around. Everything will be for sale except for the toe arms, and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, thank you guys. Please give me a like, you know, comment, anything to help. I appreciate it. It helps. I want to continue doing this on the side and have a good time with it. And thank you for all the love and support again. I hope you guys have a great day, and everything you've ever wanted, aspired to do, anything, you get closer and closer to day by day. Because I know I definitely am thankful for just this opportunity. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. You guys have a good one.